Sorry if the lighting is a little weird. I'm filming later than usual and in a different spot because the chair that I normally put in the spot that I usually film in is currently being usurped by a whole bunch of dirty laundry. Oops. So yeah, apologies for that. Today I'm going to be talking about the college application process, or my experience with the college application. It feels so weird to be talking about it like now because I'm heading off to college in like 2 weeks, so it's like kind of the wrong time of year, I think. Maybe this will be helpful for like this year high school seniors or something. For me, when I applied to college, I applied to 3 different colleges. I was going to apply to 4, but by the time I got to the 4th one, it was just so many essays and different things, this and that, and I was just so over it that I just completely nixed the 4th one and just applied to 3. I applied to a kind of a reach college, like one that was a little bit higher than I thought I could actually get, just to see what happened. I applied to the college that I got into that I'm going to, and I applied to a liberal arts college just for fun because it was in Manhattan and I had loved Manhattan, and so pretty much just, again, to see what would happen. So of the 3, I got accepted into my safety school. I got waitlisted on my reach school and flat out denied from the liberal arts school. I didn't really expect to get accepted into the liberal arts school because my major isn't really very liberal artsy. I'm going to major in neuroscience, so, I wasn't really expecting much of that. I denied, or I opted not to get put on the wait list for my reach school just because I didn't, once I really thought about it and compared it to my safety school, I didn't really think I really would have been happy there, so I just denied, or why do I keep on saying denied? I just opted not to get waitlisted there, so yeah, that was interesting. For my application, like the actual application, all 3 of the schools that I applied to used the Common App, which is that online application that kind of like puts all your applications together in like one place. So it had its pros and cons. Like, it was really useful in that the basic information part of the application was the same for each school, so you just had to fill it out once and you weren't killing like 1,000 trees to do the application. But in some ways it was bad. Like, for me, I was homeschooled for K through 12, so I didn't have like teachers to write my recommendations for me, or I didn't have school teachers to write my recommendations for me. I had to use like extracurricular teachers, and explaining to them how to do it online was kind of a challenge. There were a couple of issues with it, a few bumps along the road, so it was unfortunate in that way. But not terrible. Overall, I think the system, it's a really good idea, and I think once they work out a few more of the kinks, it'll be a really good system. So that was my application. I think 2 of my applications were due on the 1st of January and 1 was due on the 15th. It was, a long time ago, so I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Somewhere around January, beginning of January was when it was, so I was basically cranking those out over my winter break. And then the waiting, oh my god, the waiting was so terrible. Because, like, they still have to send it out in a letter format. They still do that. They still have to send out a letter, so I think most colleges made their decision by, I want to say, the beginning of March or the middle of March, somewhere around March. But then you still had to wait for the letter, and depending on how far away the school was, it could take a couple of days. And it was just sheer torture, these months of waiting, not knowing if you got into this colleges or if you didn't. I think that was definitely the worst part. Like, the essays, I hated the essays. I hate writing essays about myself, like pimping myself out to colleges, I guess. And so that I really didn't like, but I still think the waiting was worse. Oh my gosh, it was so painful. Really, I wish there was a way that they could speed that up. But I know it's probably good that they take so much time, because then think they consider each applicant more in-depth. They like look into them more than they would if they had to do it in like a month or 2 months, because most schools get like thousands or tens of thousands sometimes applicants, and I know that that could probably get a little crazy. There was something I wanted to say about getting recommendations from teachers. I know that it can be really hard to like if you're shy, like I'm terribly shy, and it was kind of hard for me to go up to a teacher and be like, would you write a recommendation for me for my college application? Like that was kind of hard for me. But something you want to do when you're getting recommendations, like make sure you are always so super polite. Like people will be way more inclined to do something for you if you are just really polite about it, and you know, say please, and make sure like after they've written it, write them thank you letters, thank them in person when you see them. Just be super grateful about it, because they're going out of their way for you. They don't have to write these letters for you, and the fact that they're agreeing to take time out of their lives to do this for you, I mean, that's big. You should be super, super grateful. Basically, just don't blow it off. Don't be like, oh yeah, thanks for that, by the way. You know, be really, really, really nice about it. Like, remember that they didn't have to do that for you. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about applications. I really don't have much to say about it because it was kind of a long time ago, and it really, you know, I'm not in the mind space to be talking about it. I actually just went shopping for school supplies today, which is super exciting because since I was homeschooled, I didn't really ever get to shop for school supplies. So that was really, really fun. I think I still have to go to Office Depot for a couple things. I just went to like Walgreens, but I still think I need to go to Office Depot just because I'm kind of obsessed with school supplies. I mean, hello, they're freaking awesome. So I'm not totally done, but I do only move in 2 weeks from tomorrow. It's the 22nd today, so yeah, that's super exciting. I'm living in a triple in my dorm, which is a little bit intimidating for me because I've never shared a room with one girl, let alone two, so that's But I might be meeting up with one of my roommates who lives just like half an hour from me before we move in, so fingers crossed. She's really nice and cool. I mean, like, I don't expect her not to be. At my college, there's a floor for freshman honors society or program, whatever they call it, honors students, and I got on that floor, so most of them are just like really geeky, awesome people like me, so I can't wait for that. So yeah, I think that's everything.